Thanks for joining us today on Envision. I'm Deanne Conrad here with Superintendent Brian Maher, and we've had a lot of activity going on in the area of construction. Maybe not so much walls going up and things like that, but a lot of planning that's been going into our new high school and our new middle school. Bring us up to date on where we stand with that.
If you think of the design process right now, we passed the bond issue and we're waiting for the buildings to open. What's going on right now? We're probably the duck that looks on top of the water like they're just smooth and there's not a lot going on, it's just smooth. But underneath the water there's a lot going on.
Sure.
That's the design development.
Yep.
There is a lot going on, led by Jeff Kreider and Operational Services in conjunction with the various architectural teams that we have now, both at Thomas Jefferson High School and Ben Rifle Middle School. There is a lot going on in terms of design development.
Most recently, we've gotten a look at the structure of Ben Rifle Middle School, and work will begin as soon as possible, I guess. We've got a lot of mud to dry up and things like that, but work will begin.
We should get a start on Ben Rifle Middle School in July. We have a groundbreaking ceremony on July 22nd, and I know that's ceremonial, but hopefully true groundbreaking will happen maybe before that, and if not, shortly thereafter.
Sure, very good. And then Thomas Jefferson High School, that is maybe just a little bit further along in the planning process. They will both open 2021. However, the high school and the magnitude of that building just requires a little bit more lead time, so we worked on that one first.
It takes a little more time to design, it takes a little more time to build. It's a bigger building, so there's a little more of everything that goes into it, including time. You've
had a lot of construction meetings. There's been a lot of consulting with users of the building. Talk a little bit about the value of having those voices heard.
Yeah, that's been so important. We've talked to a lot of teachers. I wish I knew the exact number. And it wasn't just to check a box and to say we consulted with them. It's truly to get the expertise of the user into what we should do, and then we balance that with what we could do.
Right.
And then you come up with the design that we will end up with. But the voice of the user really is critical.
Absolutely. So you want a well-flowing building. Concepts of today are some open areas where students can collaborate, but then not too much open so it gets too loud and noisy. There's just a lot of...
And our architects they're such good people. They want, if you say you want this, they want to give you this. The problem is somebody has to pay for this. So in some ways we're like parents. No,
sure.
No, we can't quite have this.
Right.
But we can have that.
Right.
So we've got to oversee that and know that the community has given us a budget. And the community has given us a budget that we asked them to give us. So we've said we can work within these constraints. We want to bring in every voice that we can bring in. In the end, we want buildings that are going to serve this community for a good long time. And I think in the end, our community is going to be really happy with the result. But there's going to be a lot of paddling under the water until they see what that is.
Absolutely. And again, we will plan to open those buildings in the fall of 2021. The groundbreaking for Thomas Jefferson High School, June 18th at 11:30, and for Ben Rifle Middle School, July 22nd at 4:30. And we're really hoping to have some family members of Ben Rifles here with us.
Yeah, we've reached out to the descendants of Ben Rifle, and number one, they have demonstrated that they're honored that this would be named after Ben Rifle, and shoot, we're honored that they feel happy.
Right.
And then our goal is to involve them in the process in any way we can. And one way we can is at a groundbreaking and potentially at a ribbon cutting. And we talked to them about the mascot and the colors and how we arrived at those and were they acceptable to the family. And there's been a great interaction. I hope they can actually be here and on site for the groundbreaking as well as for the ribbon cutting.
Big day for the community of Sioux Falls on those particular days, and and also hopefully for the family if they can join us. So more to come on that, but if you want to mark it down, June 18th at 11:30, July 22nd at 4:30 out at the locations where these buildings will be constructed, and the public is welcome to join us. So thanks for joining us today on Envision.